Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video for Wednesday, the 2nd of February. Groundhog Day. Yeah, I think the groundhog's probably going to freeze today instead of seeing a shadow or anything. He's probably not going to come out of that hole. It's cold again. And we've got potential for some wintry precipitation, maybe Friday morning, maybe Saturday morning, maybe Monday night of next week. Let's take a look and see what we've got. First off, looking right downtown Birmingham from the top of the Daniel Building, right down 20th Street. Temperatures are cold, below freezing after the mild stretch we've had. There's downtown Jasper from the King Building. And from Chilton County, you look at downtown Clanton. You know, the big storm is lifting out finally. It's been a wild night for Chicago and Detroit. The segment of the upper support is lifting northeast, but notice how part hangs back over the southwest. And that'll bring more wet weather at the end of the week on Friday for us. The surface low is occluded, all wrapped up near Chicago. And again, it's been a mess up there. It'll be interesting to see some of the final snow totals, but inevitably a number of folks will go over 2 feet. And, of course, behind that, you got a 1,044 millibar high. So that's a tight pressure gradient, to say the least. Howling winds up through there, and cold front way on by, and you can see we are indeed below freezing up in northwest Alabama. 20s for Muscle Shoals and Haleyville. Tuscaloosa 32, Birmingham 33, still around 40 down at Alex City and Montgomery, but that cold air is going to keep on coming south. We'll struggle to reach the low 40s today. And around the nation, goodness, back in the core of the cold air over Wyoming, it's 26 below zero. And back in Canada, the lowest number on the board is 33 below zero Fahrenheit. Yikes. So if you're looking for warm weather, not going to find it anytime soon. In fact, maybe even colder air blows in here for us by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Watch warning map, things starting to wind down a bit. Still blizzard warnings for Chicago and Detroit, and winter storm warnings for New England. Look at the ice storm warnings up for parts of New York City and Long Island. And, of course, down here, those are wind advisories, but the wind today will be out of the northwest at 10 to 20, so no advisories for us. There's the overall precipitation for the next 5 days. Now, this counts what we had last night at 6 o'clock all the way through 6 o'clock Sunday evening through the weekend. And, of course, last night's rain is out of here. The next event will be Friday, and that could bring a half inch. And looky here now. This is the day 2 ice accumulation potential. And the guys at HPC are suggesting potential for an Interstate 10 icing event. Baton Rouge, maybe up to Jackson, back down toward Houston. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. That's going to be the next forecast challenge for us. Now, let's take a look. This is the 06C GFS at noon today. There's the trough hanging back. We still got a southwest flow aloft. We'll say a mix of sun and clouds today. But, again, probably any sunshine should be short-lived. There's the surface chart. Of course, cold air advection kicks in. Temperatures will maybe reach 41. In fact, both the GFS and the NAM are showing a high of 41 today. Tomorrow it's going to be cloudy and rain breaks out over South Alabama, down there below Montgomery, and that will be moving north. Let's go to midnight Thursday night. And these are 2-meter temperatures, so that blue line north of the rain shield should be the freeze line near the surface. And if this is right, it would be a little above freezing as the rain begins tomorrow night. Go to 6 o'clock Friday morning, and this is where that makes you really nervous. This thing really starts looking wet here Friday morning at 6 o'clock. And that freeze line is up in the Tennessee Valley, down to about Jackson and down toward Houston. And again, logic would suggest if this is correct, it would just be a cold rain. It might be 33 or 34. But again, that air is coming over a very, very deep snowpack, and sometimes the models don't handle that well. Look at a few other graphics here. This is the precipitation type coming off the NAM early Friday morning. This is valid at 3 a.m. Friday morning, and it's got freezing rain over a pretty good chunk of central Mississippi, almost to Alabama, and the cold air is going to be more entrenched a little west of here. And then it's got snow for places like Monroe, Louisiana, and maybe Vicksburg, over to Lufkin, Texas. But all rain for Alabama. Let's take a look at the RPM. This is valid Friday morning at 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. Friday. And again, it's got a freezing rain episode just across the state line, much of Mississippi, Jackson, really almost to Columbus and Starkville and West Point and Meridian, and then covering a large chunk of Louisiana. Look at the snow back over Texas Friday morning at 6 o'clock. And that snow goes almost down to the lower Rio Grande. And you can see a little smidgen of freezing rain on the northern flank of that. But again, for Alabama, the model is suggesting mostly rain. Then we'll go to noon Friday off the RPM. And again, it's got this big rain shield statewide with the icy mess still off to the west on Friday. Louisiana, western Mississippi, southeastern Texas. We'll peak at noon off the GFS, just wet and cold. So it's going to be a really close call Friday morning. But all of the models, including the mesoscale models that should know about the snowpack, are suggesting the greater icing problems will be a little west of here. Having said that, there could be a few areas with some light freezing rain early Friday. Hopefully it's not going to be a widespread issue. Just be aware the idea is possible, and we'll fine-tune that as we get close. But during the day Friday, it's just going to be cold and wet. And we'll go to for Saturday. Let's look at what happens on the back edge of this thing. Now, this is the freeze line at 8:50. This could be a rain-snow line. This is Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, and by golly, it's got the rain-snow line almost dipping down in through here, with maybe some decent snow for Tennessee on the departing part of this storm, on the backside. So there's a chance the cold rain could change to light snow late Friday night or Saturday morning, and there's noon Saturday, and it's gone. With pretty good snows up there for parts of Kentucky and Ohio and West Virginia. So, again, what we're going to do is mention a chance of some freezing rain early Friday morning, just a cold rain Friday, maybe a flip to light snow on the departing side late Friday night or Saturday morning, and hopefully no major issues with either one of those. There's Sunday. That will be a dry day, and then Monday, big trough developing to the west, down below that. Now, my eyes are not deceiving me. That is a 1,056 millibar high over Montana. Goodness, that'll be close to record high pressure for those folks. And again, more snow breaks out over Arkansas, Oklahoma, and areas northwest of here. And then Tuesday, looks like we might wind up with some snow as the cold front comes in here, and maybe on the backside of that thing. So if, again, the GFS is correct, Tuesday would be a day with a chance of rain, maybe late Monday night, and then Tuesday it changes to snow, and that might bring a little bit, an inch or so if this is right, not a major winter storm, but the cold is certainly the headline, and there's Wednesday, the cold air really gets entrenched in here. And, of course, on those days, we won't get out of the 30s. And just maybe at some point there, Thursday morning after the wind dies down, we'll get down there in the 10 to 15 degree range. Brutally cold. We'll check the end of the forecast on the 17th of February. The flow relaxes, and just maybe, this cold air for the middle of next week is the last in the series. And that suggests very cold air for the northwest, but pretty mild weather for much of the deep south, with just some showers out there. So let's keep our fingers crossed that's the case. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.